The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. Our all in all, the Savior, the Protector, the Unifier, the Messiah, the King of Kings. The most loved. Captain Ibrahim Traore is loved. Sometimes we sit down and we think that these leaders, they are not watching what Captain Ibrahim Traore is doing. But these people are really admiring the courage of Captain Ibrahim Traore. They are just pretending because we know they are in a system that belongs to Yellow Popo. So they find it so difficult to come out and voice and support the good things that he's doing. But one courageous politician in Namibia boldly came out to say no. Enough of them pretending that what he's doing is not the right thing. That Captain Ibrahim Traore is younger than them. And the truth must be told. He's doing amazing things in that country. That when did he come into office? As a cool leader. That they sit there and say, he's a junta, he's a cool leader, he's a junta. That when did he come into office? And today they are seeing a different dimension in Burkina Faso. That when you see, he has taken control over all the mineral resources. He decides the price that he will sell it. He decides the allies. That they are just in Namibia. They also have uranium. Yet Namibians cannot boast of anything. That when you see the industrialization in Burkina Faso, the factories and all these things that Captain Ibrahim Traore is doing, that they don't have to say because they are in a different world, which is their the democracy. So for that reason, they shouldn't see the good things that Captain Ibrahim Traore is doing. So he's telling the foreign minister to do something. The Chinese are just in Namibia buying the uranium at a very cheap price. Yet they can't say anything. Because they are scared that if they should decide the price that will benefit the Namibians, Chinese will leave. Then how is it that Captain Ibrahim Traore is doing it?
You see, Traore has become a hero to Professor. I and him will drink coffee about Traore. But he's doing two good things, that he becomes an international icon. A young guy, younger than many of us. Traore has changed the price of uranium. France was buying uranium from Burkina Faso for $1 billion every year. He stopped the French to buy his uranium. Today, Burkina Faso is making 85 billion from the same resource. We are selling uranium here. We have no nuclear power. We are just talking, everything is nuclear. We are just selling. Whether the Chinese are paying us the best price or not, we don't know. We are also afraid. What if they walk out of this deal? But Traore, a young man, a soldier, has changed his country. That's why Traore is now building up factories, processing plants of agro-processing, because he has resources. We have these resources. When we say some of these things must not be said in the open, but let's drink coffee and talk about the future of our country, we don't listen to one another. So, Foreign Minister, may your door be open for further engagement, deeper engagement in the national interest of our country, so that we start running, because we are crawling. We must start running. And this country has an opportunity to penetrate Africa, to penetrate the world, but we must run in and we must talk to one another so that we get the country going. Thank you.
Traore wakes up, dreams them up. Following morning, he makes a pronouncement. It is law. It is policy. Action follows. And I wake up and I say stuff, they look at me and say, what is this man talking about? We need to take it through this stage and that stage and put it to tender, float the tender. It takes 2 years, then we evaluate, then there are complaints, and there's an interdict. We wait another 4 years. By that time, you have to go and account to the people, and they remove you. Those who came before me did not fail because they didn't have ideas. They did. Maybe even better ideas. They just didn't implement them. Why? Because perhaps they failed to appreciate that the structures that are in place are not properly suited to the attainment of quick action. So you need to subvert some of these rules and processes unapologetically. And I will do it.
He is able to chase all the foreigners out of Burkina Faso, and now the Burkinabes have total control over all the resources, and he sells it at a price that will benefit the nation. So why can't they do same? Why should they always sit there and pretend and talk, yet they wouldn't back their talk with action? That they have to stop it. It's not helping the country. They can't have the mineral resources, yet they will just be sitting there and people come into the country and carry everything away. This is what Captain Ibrahim Traore has been preaching. And these people sit there and tag them. That they have to put the shame aside. That this one, there's no shame in it. And they have to stop pretending. They don't want to say something that will go against Yolo Popo. If these people come into the continent and price the mineral resources, and you know at the end of the day it's not going to benefit us, why should you sell it to them? Like Captain Ibrahim Traore will tell us, if you come and your price is not good, the gold, the diamond, the euro, it should be on earth. After all, we are not feeding it. You are thinking about what Chinese will say, but Chinese are always thinking about their interests and not you, the African. That Captain Ibrahim Traore has laid the roadmap. It's now left onto them to be bold enough to take decisions that will serve the interests of the nation. Yet, we know that Captain Ibrahim Traore, Assimi Goïta, Abdurrahmane Tchiani, our generals are doing everything possible in their power to change the narrative in Africa, not only in their respective countries. And that is why they are calling for the African unity. And they are telling you the things that we are doing wrong that is keeping the continent backwards. Yet the leaders will pay deaf ear to it, simple because they are scared. If we do this, the United States of America will be angry and sanction like what we are seeing happening in Ghana. It must not always be what they will do to us that we should be thinking about, but what will benefit us, the people. They need the mineral resources, but if they will come and buy it at a cheap price that at the end of the day, we will make nothing out of it, then it's better we keep it here. And that is what these our leaders are singing. That you sit down and call them unconstitutional, that they are juntas. They should come back to democratic rule. You have practiced democracy for decades, yet you haven't been able to achieve what these people came within the shortest possible time, within 2 years. You yourself have testified to the good things that they have done for their respective nations. These people are doing everything possible to make sure we do not industrialize. But ever since these people came into office, those you sit there and point your fingers at them that they are unconstitutional, go and see the factories they are building, the roads they are expanding, the jobs they are creating for their people, which democracy haven't allowed you to give to us, because the oppressor has always been on your neck to make sure you don't do anything that will benefit your citizens. Yolo Popo brought this democracy to keep the African under control. That is why they are practicing human rights. Why is it that any African country that decides to move out of that system, these people go after them? Because they will no longer have upper hand on you. Now they don't have upper hand on the resources in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. That is why they are targeting them. The African leader is always scared. The African cannot be treated like a child. We have every right to decide on anything that is on our soil. And that is why they don't like them. It's good that you, the elders, you've seen that you failed. And some of you are very bold to at least eat your shame now. It's good. The truth is bitter, but it's good you are saying it. And if all of us collectively would join Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, will change Africa. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. There is nobody that can save the African. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make African great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world. In Africa, Southern Africa, in Namibia.